Hey, being great on stage doesn't automatically make you great off stage. In fact, many incredible speakers, they stay broke, right? Not because they lack talent, but because they never learned to build a business. Yes, at the end of the day, you may be a speaker, it doesn't mean you're in business just yet. There's a difference between being we'll call it in a business or owning a business, right? And the difference is really if some people just they're in a business, which is they're trading time for money. They may own a job, but they actually aren't in business yet. There's a painful truth in what I'm going to tell you about today. And in speaking in this industry, there could be an honest, painful truth you have to acknowledge, which is some of the most gifted communicators never build successful careers or sustainable careers. Why? Because they treat speaking as a performance, not a business model. In this video, I'm going to break down for you why great speakers often struggle to become great business owners and how to fix that very, very fast. Now, the first part of this is the performer versus the CEO identity. Now, as a performer, a person that gets on stage and gives a speech, I know that there's a desire for you to be the best performer you can, to give the best speech, to be eloquent with your words, to communicate seamlessly your ideas. But the truth is, someone that just is out there with a talent that doesn't have a business wrapped around that talent, well, that person's not going to be successful. That's why some of the people that have the best solutions and the best ideas and are like care deeply about their clients and they only have the solution, they get burned out because they're the only person that delivers it because there's no business around it. There's no structure of how to get this out to more people versus a CEO identity that goes, look, I am more than just a speaker. I speak, yes, it's part of the process, but the speaking it's the thing I sell. It's the thing that I'm paid to do, but everything else around that is going to be structurally sound to allow it to be scalable and sustainable. Now, those are two incredibly important things when you're trying to build a business and a lifestyle. If you're just a person as a thing you do, which is I go out there and I can speak real well, what's great. You might get an opportunity here or there to do it, but you're still going to have to do something else to pay your bills and be able to find time to carve out to do the thing you may love to do as a speaker. But if you're a CEO around that mentality, you're going to go, look, hey, I know that I have this talent of speaking. What I really want to do, though, is I want to be in a position where I can go out into the world and have time, make good money, make great impact, and have the ability to turn things away and scale stuff over time. Well, how do you do that? You do it because you're in a position to go, look, I understand my skill set, but I know even more so how to structurally monetize this skill set, how to make this skill set consistently bring me income, sustainability. And then on top of that, not just consistently bring me income, but scale it to make more over time, right? The performer focuses on the applause, the praise from the audience, while the CEO focuses on the system. Because the system creates the applause. The system creates the opportunities to go out and do what you do on stage. See, great speakers, they chase the stage. Great business owners build the machine that books them. Right? You could be a great speaker and not be a great business owner. And so you have to focus on the two of those in tandem together. If you only operate like a performer, you'll always be waiting for the next opportunity to hopefully land in your lap, but you won't be in a position to truly scale the business, to reach the lives you're supposed to reach, and to make the impact you're meant to make as a speaker. Which really, that's the whole goal, is not just to go out there and talk, but to make an impact. And then from that, make a living. But if you're doing it off the cuff and hoping things pan out, hope is not a strategy. There's no reliability to that. You can't sustain that. You can't even scale it because you don't even know what metrics to use or what levers to pull. You're just hoping, right? Which leads us to point number 2. Talent without infrastructure is inconsistency. If you have a great talent and you have this thing you do real well, but there's zero infrastructure as to how it gets delivered to the world, you are going to be an inconsistent person. Now, not just inconsistent in delivery, because you will be inconsistent in your delivery, which means even the talent you have won't come across amazing every time. You'll be inconsistent with the ability to monetize that talent, inconsistent with the ability to be comfortable in life. You're going to find that you are going to be all over the place, feast or famine, because sometimes you're doing well, sometimes you aren't. And you can't scale charisma. You can scale systems. See, charisma is this thing that's a great thing that be part of your toolbox as a human, right? But you can't scale that. Or you're going to be burned out being the only one doing what you do, right? But you can scale systems. Without, back-end organization, contracts, outreach, CRM, you're always going to be hustling, hoping the next thing comes across your plate. And every great speaker in the world is hoping to have that great success over time. But every great speaking business, it runs like a company, not a hobby. You can't get out there and go, I'm going to compete with the big dogs in the industry that are phenomenal business owners with just your talent. They have your talent and the business system. How can you win? You can't. You can't win long term. You might win in the short term, but long term, they're going to outpace you because when you're worried about this one speech, that's all you got. They have 5 more like it lined up. And their talent's out there killing it also because they realize it's a duality of both the talent and the business that surrounds the talent, which takes us to point number 3. Hey, I hope you're enjoying this video right now. Now, I want to let you know that I developed a speaker quiz that reveals what your speaker type is, the strength of your type, and more importantly, how to capitalize on that type to build an impactful and income-producing speaking business. To get this quiz and take it and get the information you need, simply hit the link you see below in the description, or you can wait till the end of the video to head over and check it out. All right, that's it. Let's get back to it. Most speakers do not track or optimize anything. It's crazy that I've actually done studies or read studies, not done, but read studies of how many people in this industry as speakers are actually doing anything with trackability. There's actually a study that showed that less than 12% of speakers even have a marketing plan in place. Imagine that, like not even like you're going, I want to do this thing full time and I want to make a living doing this, but I'm going to have no system in place to make sure the world knows I exist, which is the critical piece for someone to book me, to put me on a stage, to pay me to do what I do. It doesn't make sense, right? CEOs, they make decisions based on data. Performers run on emotion. Like data is the key. I had a call with somebody recently who I sit in the board for their organization. We're having a little chat, and I was asking, well, you want to scale this? The language that was used was, I want to scale this. I go, great. What are you tracking? Tracking nothing. How are you expecting to scale? Like we just be making decisions based on emotions and feelings. We have no data to tell us what we should adjust, improve, diminish, change. There's no way to know. How do you scale that? There's no way to. It's like saying, I want my car to go faster. How? I don't know. Go faster, car. Like, no, we got to take a look and go, what's going on? Is there a limited aspect of air intake? Is there not the right gas inside? Does it need a supercharger, a turbo? What can be done to force you? What can make it faster? You have to look at the system in place and go, where do we make adjustments to the system? But if we aren't getting feedback from said system, then we're out here guessing. And we may break something that's actually working very well. So you need systems to track leads, to measure conversions, to evaluate ROI from events you go on or conversations you have. You need to stop guessing and start managing like an owner, like an actual CEO, because the CEOs of the world, those are the ones that get things moving. When I first started my business, I was the guy I'm telling you not to be. I was the guy going, I'm just going to get really good at speaking. I'm going to go out to the world. I'm going to tell them I exist. I'm going to hop on the stage and I'm going to kill it, right? And that was my thought. I'm going to do my thing. And then you start doing it and you realize like, all right, I got this speech. Then all focus goes to the one speech. So I'm giving the speech. Then I get done with the speech and I get off the stage and I go, all right, when's the next one? Oh, there isn't one. There's nothing lined up. Why? Because I stopped the system, which wasn't a system of outreach, which means I was focused on one and all of a sudden that one's gone. And now the next one, I don't even know when it's going to happen because there was no system in place to go, hey, we're always going to be marketing, always going to do outreach, always going to be consistent in this side so that I can drive traffic over time reliably to this place to have a conversation about me speaking. So I'm consistently in conversations about getting booked to speak. And then what happens from there? Oh, shoot, I got this speech. And then when that one's getting focused on, there's still more opportunities coming in. So I'm signing up for more speeches. I'm getting more opportunities and it keeps moving and moving, right? That's a system. And when I eventually got that in place and started running that, magically, now I'm making 6-7 figures as a speaker. It wasn't my skill set that was an issue. And in fact, if I wanted to increase my skill set, I needed to be on more stages. If there's no reliable way to do that, then I have no reliable way to increase my skill set. So everything comes down to what systems are you running in your business? Do you even have a business or do you own a job? Are you assuming that all of a sudden I'm going to get this one big break and huzzah, I kill it? That's not how it works. I'm here right now recording this video. I gave a speech yesterday. People loved it. I've got people already reaching out to my team wanting to book me for other stuff. Great. You don't know about that until I tell you, right? That means that me being good on stage isn't the precursor to me being successful in business. What it took to get that stage, to deliver a phenomenal keynote, to have people like me, that's all systematic. The follow-up, that's all systematic. All these key pieces have got to be in there. And if you don't have them as part of your business, you don't have a business. You own a job. And that's not a great place to be because there's no reliability or sustainability there. Now, number 4, the solution. Run your speaking career like a brand, not a gig. If you think about the biggest brands in the world, there's a focus on marketing, on advertising, of lead generation, of conversion conversations, of delivery and fulfillment, of testimonials and follow-up to get referrals. Like, this is all part of the process. It's not guessed upon. It's done intentionally. It's not a gig, a one-off fly in, do my thing, get out of there kind of gig. This is a business, and that business you're doing should be reliant upon every single stage you're on turning into more stages with a plan in place. You must build a clear brand promise, content strategy, and a funnel that drives people towards you to get you on their stage. And then from that stage, drive more people into your business ecosystem that allows you to leverage that one thing you did to make you have impact and income and many more other things. And then every one of those individually is approached the same way the first one was. So now you have so many more forks in the road and more branches coming off of every one thing you do. One goes to 5, 5 goes to 25, 25 goes to 150. I don't know. There's more than 150. It goes and goes and goes. Why? Because you have a strategy around how you're doing things. You must also package your message into scalable offers that can serve people beyond the stage. Workshops, consulting, licensing. You must think beyond one stage and build a business ecosystem. That's what I have. I actually, on the flight home from a speech yesterday, was working, and I'm going to finish it right now and send to my team. I'm working on a very specific proposal for a corporate need of a workshop to help bridge the gap between an older and younger generation. And so I'm working in real time on these proposals, but that's what's in place beyond my previous stage. Without that in place, I'm out here going, well, I hope I have something, and I'll probably lose the opportunity for an extra $25,000 same day thing. Like, I could go give a speech same day, do my another couple hours of work, and come home with $50,000 opposed to 25. How? Because a system's in place. There's reliability, there's a structure there. Without that, we're just winging it. So you've got to start taking a look at your life, your business, and go, hey, am I out here just owning a job, doing things randomly, hoping it pans out into something? Or do you have things in place that can reliably create the life you want, the desire you want, the impact of the lives you want to make an impact on? None of us are perfect. I'm not saying that you got to be perfect and have the best perfect systems, but have systems that you can perfect over time. If not, then the great message you have, the great experiences you have, they don't get to go into the world and make the impact they're supposed to make. They get stuck with you, and you want them to go beyond you, because when they go beyond you, life changes, not just for them, but also for you. So focus on creating systems that put you in a position to get more people to feel you. You don't need to just be a great speaker. You need to be a great business owner. If you want to learn how to turn your stage skill into a scalable system, go to speaktofreedom.com, and we'll show you all the magical ways it can take place. Outside of that, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.